Very good morning, all of you. I am Sunil Kumar Das, Assistant Professor in Management, CPET IPT Bhubaneswar. Today we'll discuss in detail about theory of demand. We'll discuss about demand, demand functions, individual demand function, market demand function, law of demand, determinants of demand, shift in demand, extension in demand, contraction of demand, and exceptions of law of demand. Demand in economics means effective demand, which can be defined as a desire backed by willingness and ability to pay for a particular product. Thus, for a demand to be effective, three factors are important: desire to buy, willingness to buy, and ability to buy. We must clearly distinguish between demand and want. Want can be defined as a desire to buy a particular product, but for the want to become a demand, it must be backed by the ability to pay for the product. For example, a person may have a desire to buy a car. This desire can be termed as want. This becomes a demand only when he has the ability to pay for the car. The demand for a product varies due to several factors. Demand function. Demand function shows the relationship between quantity demanded for a product and the factors influencing it. It can be either with respect to one customer, which is known as the individual demand function, or to all the consumers in the market, which is market demand function. In this graph, where you can see that the quantity is on the x-axis and price in the y-axis, where you can show the relationship between the quantity demanded for a particular product and the factors which influencing it. Combinedly, we call it as demand function. Now we will discuss in detail about individual demand function and demand function. Individual demand function. Individual demand function refers to the functional relationship between individual demand and the factors affecting individual demand. It can be expressed as demand function is equal to function of other factors like price of related goods, income of the consumer, taste and preferences, expectations of change in the future. So where you can see that the dx stands for demand for commodity x, px price of the given commodity, pr prices of related goods, y income of the consumer, d taste and preferences, f exceptional change in price in future. So here we can find that the demand for the commodity x is a function of price of commodity x, price of related commodity, income, taste and preference, and expectations. Market demand function. Market demand function refers to the functional relationship between market demand and the factors affecting market demand. Market demand is affected by all factors affecting individual demand. In addition, it is also affected by size and composition of population, season and weather, and distribution of income. Here we can see the function dx is equal to function of px, pr, y, t, f, pd, sd, where dx stands for market demand for a commodity x is equal to function of price of a given commodity x, price of related commodity, income of the consumer, taste and preferences, expectations of change in the future. At the same time, we can find the distribution of income, season, weather, etc. The law of demand says that ceteris paribus, which means other things remaining constant, when the price of a product is high, quantity demanded is low, and vice versa, which means that other factors or other determinants of demand remaining constant, when the price of a product is high, the quantity demanded is low. In the same way, when the price of the product is low, the quantity demanded is high. In other words, other factors remaining the same, the demand for a product is inversely related to the price. Law of demand is depicted in the demand schedule. The demand schedule in its simplest form lists the prices and the quantity demanded of a particular product at a given period of time. In the given demand schedule for biscuits, we can see that when the price of the product is 1, the quantity demanded is 20. When the price of the product is 2, the quantity demanded is 15. When the price of the product is 3, the quantity demanded is 12. When the price of the product is 4, the quantity demanded is 10. When the price of the product is 5, the quantity demanded is 9. From where you can see that there is an inverse relationship between the price and the quantity demanded of the product. When the relationship between demand and price is illustrated in a graphical form, it is called demand curve. The demand curve slopes downward from left to right because as the price of the product goes up, the quantity demanded decreases. Demand can be perceived from an individual and market point of view, that we call as individual demand or market demand. Individual demand. The individual demand for products and services in a given period of time is called individual demand. For the individual's point of view, the decision to purchase is always combined with income constraints. At a given period of time, with limited income, to maximize satisfaction, an individual has to make a choice between the products and services that will give him maximum satisfaction. Hence, the selection of products and services are based on the opportunity cost. Consumers measure their opportunity cost in terms of price they pay for the products and services they forgo. Market demand is the sum of the demands of all individuals in a given period of time. Thus, we can say that the market demand is a given period of time is a sum total of individual quantities demanded at a price level. Determinants of demand. The major determinants of demand are income of the consumer, price of the substitute product, price of complementary products, changes in policy, tastes and preference of the consumer, existing wealth of the consumer, expectation regarding future price changes, special influence. Let us discuss in detail about the determinants of demand. The demand for a product largely depends on its price. But price is not the only factor that influences demand. The demand for a product also depends on factors other than price like income of the consumers, spending, price of related goods, expectations of future prices, consumer prices, and all. Let us go into detail about it and understand it. Income of the consumer. Consumption is influenced by income of a consumer. With every increase in the income of a consumer, his consumption pattern changes, such that the purchasing power of the consumer increases. On the other hand, any increase in the price of a product reduces the purchasing power of the consumer. The second most important determinant of demand is price of the substitute products. A substitute product is one that provides the same level of satisfaction as the product already being consumed by the consumer. Assume that two products, A and B, are perfect substitutes for each other. If the price of a product A goes up while B remains constant, consumers will switch to product B. For example, with the technological advancement in the telecommunication sector, wireless local loop is being considered as a substitute for cellular phone in the long run. Similarly, biofertilizer proved to be a good substitute for chemical fertilizer. The third most important determinant of demand is price of complementary products. Complementary products are products that are consumed together. For example, car and petrol or shoe and polish, etc. In this case, if the price of one product goes up, the demand for other products decreases. Change in policy. The demand of a particular product also depends upon government policies. For example, if the government increases tax on products, price increases and hence the demand decreases in the short run. Change in government policy may also have a negative impact on the demand for a particular product. For example, the Andhra Pradesh government ban on gutka, tobacco, had a negative impact on the demand for tobacco in Andhra Pradesh. Now the tobacco industry in Andhra Pradesh is facing oversupply as a result of lack of demand from tobacco products, and hence the companies operating in the industry have to search for newer markets in other states. Taste and preference of the consumer. The taste and preference of the consumer also affect the demand for a product. To an extent, prevailing fashion, advertising, and overall increase in the standard of living influences consumer tastes. Existing wealth of the consumer. While considering the purchasing power of the consumer, current income is not the only factor that brings about the shift in the demand curve. The existing wealth of the consumer can be in the form of stocks, bonds, real estates, etc., which can be used to purchase goods. Expectation regarding future price changes. If a consumer expects a fall in the price of a product in the near future, he may reduce his present consumption of that product. However, the extent to which he can reduce his present consumption depends upon the nature of the product. If the product is essential or perishable one, the consumer cannot postpone his purchase. For example, if reduction of petrol prices is expected in near future, consumers tend to postpone their purchase. However, they can do it only for a certain period because petrol being a commodity of regular use, its requirement can be postponed for too long. Special influence. Demand is also influenced by factors like climatic changes, demographic changes. Certain factors may affect the demand only for a particular product. For example, the demand for woolen garments goes up only in winter. In India, the demand for cars is influenced by various factors like per capita income, introduction of new models, availability and cost of car financing schemes, pricing of other models of car, etc. Let us discuss the nature of demand curve. As studied earlier, there exists an inverse relationship between the price and quantity demanded. The increase in the demand as a result of price fall is extension of demand. When the demand for the product decreases as a result of increase in price, it is known as contraction of demand. Shift in demand. If the price of a product increases or decreases due to factors other than the price of the product, it results in shift in demand. We can see in the demand figure, there is a shift demand and the demand curve shifts from D2 to D1. The shift in demand takes place due to factors like change in income, change in preferences, change in price of substitute and complementary products. Let us discuss in detail about exceptions of law of demand. The major exceptions of law of demand are Giffen goods, Veblen goods, the expectation of price change, and necessary goods and services. Let us discuss in detail about Giffen goods. Giffen goods is a concept that was introduced by Sir Robert Giffen. The unique characteristic of Giffen goods is that as it is price increases, the demand also increases. For example, the Irish potato famine is a classic example of Giffen goods concept. Potato is a staple in the Irish diet. During the potato famine, when the prices of potatoes increased, people spent less on luxury foods such as meat and bought more potatoes to stick to the diet. So, as the price of the potato increased, so did the demand, which is a complete reversal of law of demand. Now, we will discuss about the another exception of law of demand is Veblen goods. Veblen good is a concept that is named after economist Thorstein Veblen, who introduced the theory of conspicuous consumption. According to Veblen, there are certain goods that become more valuable as their price increases. If a product is expensive, then its value and utility are perceived to be more, hence the demand for the product increases. For example, as this happens mostly with precious stones such as gold and diamonds and luxury cars such as Rolls-Royce, all the price of these goods increases, their demand also increases because these products can become a symbol of status symbol. Thank you very much for watching.